My phone was completely dead, battery at 0%, screen black. I'm absolutely certain of that because I remember being annoyed I forgot to charge it before bed. But when I plugged it in the next morning, I found 47 photos taken throughout the night, each one closer to my face than the last. And in the final photo, if you zoom in on my eye, you can see someone else's reflection. Someone who was standing over me while I slept. My name is Amy, and I'm a college senior living alone in a studio apartment near campus. This happened 6 days ago, and I haven't slept in my apartment since. It started on a Tuesday night. I got home from my shift at the campus library around 11 p.m., exhausted. I'd been studying for midterms, working 20 hours a week, barely sleeping. I was running on fumes. I plugged in my laptop, changed into my pajamas, and collapsed into bed. That's when I realized my phone was dead, completely drained. I'd been using it all day for music and forgot to charge it during my shift. I was too tired to care. I figured I'd charge it in the morning. I set my backup alarm clock. Yes, I'm old school like that, and passed out within minutes. I slept hard, the kind of deep, dreamless sleep where you don't move, don't wake up, don't remember anything. When my alarm went off at 7 a.m., I felt groggy and disoriented, like I'd been drugged. My mouth was dry, my body felt heavy, and I had this weird feeling that something was off. I grabbed my phone from the nightstand and plugged it into the charger. The screen was still black, completely dead. I left it charging and went to take a shower. 20 minutes later, when I came back, my phone had enough charge to turn on. I unlocked it, planning to check my messages, and that's when I saw the notification. Camera, 47 new photos. My stomach dropped. I hadn't taken any photos yesterday, and my phone had been dead all night. I opened my photo gallery with shaking hands. The first photo was timestamped 11:47 p.m. It showed my ceiling. Just my ceiling, taken from the angle of my nightstand where I'd left my phone. Weird, but maybe I'd accidentally triggered the camera before the battery died. I scrolled to the next photo. 12:03 a.m. Same ceiling, but the angle had changed slightly, like someone had picked up the phone and moved it. My hands started trembling. 12:18 a.m. This photo showed my bedroom door, closed, taken from across the room. 12:34 a.m. My closet. The door was open, but I always close my closet before bed. Always. 12:51 a.m. My desk. My laptop was open. I'd shut it before going to sleep. I felt like I was going to be sick. Someone had been in my apartment while I was sleeping, taking photos with my dead phone. But that was impossible. My phone had been dead. I was certain of it. 1:45 to 2:15. I kept scrolling, my heart pounding so hard I could hear it in my ears. 1:09 a.m. My bookshelf, perfectly in focus. 1:23 a.m. My kitchen sink. I could see my dishes from dinner. 1:41 a.m. The corner of my room where I keep my laundry basket. Each photo was taken from a different position in my apartment. Each one was clear, well-framed, deliberate. This wasn't accidental. Someone was moving through my apartment, photographing everything while I slept. Then the photos changed. 1:58 a.m. My bed, taken from the foot of it. I could see myself sleeping, curled on my side, completely motionless. My blood turned to ice. 2:14 a.m., closer. Taken from beside the bed now. I could see my face, my closed eyes, my hand tucked under my pillow. 2:29 a.m., even closer. The camera was maybe 2 feet from my face. Someone had been standing right next to me, leaning over, taking photos while I slept. My hands were shaking so badly, I almost dropped the phone. I wanted to stop looking. I wanted to delete everything and pretend this wasn't happening. But I had to know. 2:47 a.m. The photo showed just my face now, close enough that I could see individual strands of hair across my cheek, close enough to see the slight movement of my eyes beneath my eyelids. I'd been dreaming. 3:03 a.m., closer still. My nose and mouth filled the frame. I could see my breath had fogged the camera lens slightly. 3:21 a.m., just my closed eyes. That's all that fit in the frame. Whoever was taking these photos was inches from my face. I was going to vomit. I ran to the bathroom and dry heaved into the toilet, my whole body shaking. When I came back, I knew I had to see the rest. There were still more photos. The timestamps continued. 3:38 a.m. My right eye, so close I could see the tiny blood vessels, the texture of my eyelid, individual eyelashes. 3:52 a.m., even closer. The camera lens must have been touching my face now. I could see pores in my skin. Then there was a gap. No photos for almost an hour. The next photo was time-stamped 4:47 a.m. When I opened it, my breath caught in my throat. It was a selfie, but not of me. The photo showed a person's hand holding my phone, taking a photo in my bathroom mirror. But the face in the reflection was wrong, blurred, like someone had smeared Vaseline over the lens. I could make out a vague human shape, but no features, no eyes, no mouth. Just a flesh-colored blur where a face should be. And they were wearing my bathrobe, the one that had been hanging on the back of my bathroom door. I dropped my phone like it had burned me, stumbled backward until I hit the wall. My bathroom. They'd been in my bathroom, wearing my clothes, taking photos of themselves. I forced myself to pick up the phone again. There were still more photos. 4:53 a.m. Another bathroom mirror selfie, but closer. The blurred face filled more of the frame. And in the background, I could see my bedroom door, open. I could see myself in bed, still sleeping. 5:01 a.m. They were back in my bedroom. This photo showed my nightstand, my alarm clock reading 5:01, my water glass, my dead phone charging. Wait, charging? I looked at the photo again. In the image, my phone was plugged into the charger, but the battery icon showed 0%, dead, just like I'd left it. So how was it taking photos? 5:17 a.m. Back to my face. Extreme close-up of my left eye, still closed, still sleeping. But there was something different about this photo, something in the corner of the frame, a shadow, like someone else was standing behind the person taking the photo. 5:24 a.m. My eye again, same angle, but the shadow was clearer now. It looked like fingers, long, thin fingers reaching toward my face from outside the frame. 5:39 a.m. The second to last photo, my eye, so close the entire frame was filled with just my closed eyelid and eyelashes. But if you looked carefully at the very edge, you could see something, a distortion, a reflection. I zoomed in, my hands trembling so badly I could barely control the phone. There, in the microscopic reflection on the surface of my eyeball, distorted but visible, a face. Not blurred this time. Clear, pale, with hollow black eyes and a too wide smile, standing directly over me. The final photo was time-stamped 6:43 a.m., 17 minutes before my alarm went off. It showed my face again, but this time my eyes were open. I was staring directly into the camera. But here's the thing. I don't remember waking up at 6:43. I don't remember opening my eyes. I don't remember seeing anyone standing over me. The expression on my face in the photo wasn't fear. It wasn't surprise. It was completely blank, empty, like I was awake but not conscious, like someone else was looking through my eyes. And in the reflection of my open eye, magnified, crystal clear, I could see them. The person with the pale face and hollow eyes was still there, still standing over me, but now they were smiling wider, and their hand, their impossibly long-fingered hand, was reaching down toward my face, about to touch my cheek. I called the police immediately. They came, took a report, checked my apartment. No signs of forced entry, no fingerprints, nothing stolen. The officer looked at the photos and suggested it might be a prank, someone hacking my phone remotely, uploading fake images. But my phone was dead, I kept saying, completely dead. Phone batteries can do weird things, he said, clearly not believing me. Sometimes they retain enough charge for background processes. Could have been a virus, malware, something like that. But I knew better. I could feel it. I stayed with my roommate from freshman year that night, refused to go back to my apartment. The next day, I went back with 2 friends to grab clothes and essentials. That's when we found it. Behind my nightstand, wedged between the furniture and the wall, was my phone charger, still plugged into the wall. But the end that should connect to my phone, the lightning cable, had been cut off, cleanly severed, like someone had used scissors. The charger I'd plugged my phone into that morning? I have no idea where it came from. It wasn't mine. I moved out the next day, broke my lease, lost my deposit, didn't care. I'm staying with friends now, sleeping on couches, looking for a new place. But here's what keeps me up at night. 2 days ago, I was scrolling through social media on my new phone. I destroyed the old one, smashed it with a hammer, and threw it in a dumpster across town. I saw a post from a girl I vaguely knew from campus. Her name was Sophie. She was asking if anyone else had experienced something weird with their phone. Woke up to find dozens of photos taken while I was sleeping, she wrote. Phone was dead all night. Police think it's a hacking thing, but I'm freaked out. Anyone else? I clicked on her profile, looked at her photo. She lived in my old apartment building, 3 floors up, in the same floor plan, same layout. I messaged her immediately. Check the last photo, zoom in on your eye. She replied an hour later. Oh my God, there's someone in the reflection. How did you know? I didn't answer. Instead, I asked, what time was the last photo taken? 6:43 a.m. The same time as mine. I haven't heard from Sophie in 3 days. Her social media has gone dark. I tried calling. Number disconnected. I went to her apartment yesterday. The landlord said she broke her lease suddenly, moved out without notice, left most of her stuff behind, just like I did. Last night, I got a notification on my new phone, a friend request from someone named Amy. My own name. No profile picture. No mutual friends. Just created today. I didn't accept it. But this morning, I woke up to a message request from that account. It contained one thing: a photo. A photo of me, asleep, on my friend's couch where I'm currently staying, taken from inches away. Time-stamped 3:38 a.m. last night. My phone was on the other side of the room, fully charged, face down, and I just checked my camera roll. 47 new photos, all taken while I slept. The first one is time-stamped 11:47 p.m. I haven't looked at the last one yet. I don't think I want to. If you're listening to this and you sleep with your phone near your bed, do me a favor. Tonight, before you go to sleep, check your photo gallery. Look at the timestamps. Make sure there's nothing there that shouldn't be. And if you find photos you don't remember taking, photos of your ceiling, your room, your sleeping face, don't zoom in on the last one. Don't look at the reflection in your eyes, because once you see what's been watching you, it knows you know, and it won't just watch anymore. Thanks for watching. I hope you consider subscribing for weekly videos.